Alright, never saw Here with Tires and Triggers, and I finally get a good chunk of time to dive into some Division 2. Another one from the Tom Clancy franchise, another doomsday scenario. It's Black Friday, a dollar bill has been infected with a smallpox or like a modified version of that, and the first Division took place a couple days after that happened. This Division 2 takes place 7 months later in Washington, D.C. So we're going to check it out. I'll go over some setting stuff after the intro plays out, but for starters, I'm going to show you. So the character creation screen is the first one. We can change male, female, and I did actually look through a couple of these. And I don't know what they did, what their thought process with these pants. Some of these pants, like, I don't know what those are, but there's some cool stuff in here. We'll see if we can get. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go on the fifth one. We'll pick that one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I like that one though. I mean, that one's pretty random. Look at that. I don't even care. This is my guy. This is the beta, so it doesn't matter. Everything's gonna get deleted after this, so we're we're just gonna run with this guy. So I'm not gonna talk a whole lot. I'll get into settings and some of the things that I use after the intro plays out. But let's get it started.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time in centuries, what we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted. We survived. Established a new normal. But there are also those who build nothing. Create nothing.
Hyenas preying on the weak. They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone. A brave few have sworn to protect us and save what remains. They unite us.
Remind us that we are one people. They are our shield and our light. But if that light goes out,
Who can save us then?
Alright. There's my mullet. Mullet character. Look here. ACU cap. Fire service, clearly. Pants, not really sure about. Something wrong with those. But before I get into settings, so we'll check out some of the guns real quick here. P416 HK, I believe it's made by Gun. There we go. So you're able to modify barrels, Picatinny rail, so you can add some attachments to it. Magazines are modifiable, and then you can add different types of scopes. So cool stuff to it. And there's all sorts of, so you wear this gear, but some of this gear, I don't know where. This is my favorite one, the gloves. So they name the glove, if you look over to the right, the leaky gloves, and then the description is permanently damp even after being dried. Yeah, these are great. The holster is a good one too. So it's called the Unreliable Holster. It almost always holds your pistol in place. I mean, they nailed the description, that's for the title of it, that's for sure. It might stop a bullet, but so could cardboard if you're lucky. So basically, they're encouraging you to pick up new stuff. Which is cool. Okay, so as far as my settings go, I'm just gonna run through it. So Imperial, I change it to Imperial, and 'cause I understand it better. Not that I don't understand metric well, I just changed it to that. Yes, I didn't change a whole lot. I really just want to get into the controls. Okay, so UI, audio. Okay, so the controls, I changed it to parkour yes, which means that instead of pressing A to vault over something, you just automatically vault over something. I tested it out a little bit. It changes the gameplay pretty drastically, but you don't have to press a button to go over something, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna see how it works unless I start jumping over stuff that I shouldn't be jumping over. Camera sensitivity 6, which I believe is default, and then aim sensitivity, I dropped that down to 6, and it just seemed a little bit too quick, so I dropped that down. Dead zeros I dropped down to 0 and 0. I don't know why games default it higher. It was default, I believe, 6 as well. It's kind of like pressing a gas pedal and there being nothing like a quarter of the way down, and then all of a sudden you getting throttle. So I like immediate response from the joystick on the controller, so I make it to 0. I set both those to 0, and the rest of my settings, you can see I don't think I really move too much. I think I changed move around cover speed a little bit faster. The rest of this is all default. The only other thing I'll look at is the game's pretty dark, so I bumped up my brightness a bit high and my HDR a bit high. I think I bumped up my sharpening just a little bit high as well, just to make it a little bit more crisp. If you bump this up too high, I noticed like the sun or flashbangs like blind your screen ridiculous. So just a little bit, but the overall brightness a little bit more. I didn't really change anything else in these ones, so I'm going to play through the beginning. I'm gonna look for a couple things, see if I can get some more stuff, and then you'll get a couple more cinematics. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot more, and as you'll see through some of the cinematics, either just my character. We'll go from there. We'll see if we can pick up some friends along the way. Wow. They're just gonna hit me with the fail, I guess. As you saw a little bit, the graphics are amazing. Unfortunately, the way that it transfers over, YouTube only gets 1080p, but I am on an Xbox One X with a 4K TV and HDR10. So I haven't played a lot of this game. I probably should have not gone where I went, but oh well. But yeah, the game looks amazing and it sounds great, as you saw earlier. Yeah, the water looks really good when you shoot it. It's kind of dumb to talk about, but the game, it's not real. You'll see some of the shots that I make on the enemies. It's not super realistic or anything like that. But
Electronic
it's fun,
device detected.
and I enjoy it.
Give it to me straight, Manny. It's bad, Major. A new faction has formed around Colonel Ridgway. Mostly guys that were under his command before he got arrested. They call themselves the True Sons. Great. What else? We're doing our best to protect the civilian settlements, but I can't see how we'll manage unless we're reinforced. I'm working on it, but everybody's been hit hard by disease and desertions, and we can't just ignore border security and vital installations. Understood, Major. It's a shit sandwich. It's worse than that. It's a whole buffet of shit, but the stakes are too high to get finicky.
Oh yeah, and the language on this game, mature 18. Probably should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, some of the stuff the enemy, not real people, computers say, pretty crazy. So. I'm actually digging this parkour version. I mean, it's pretty quick to, like, you just gotta be quick on the button to not allow your character to jump over stuff immediately. The only thing I'm worried about is him jumping over stuff that's way too high, like a first or second story building, like railing. Then that'll be a little bit of an issue. But if it's not, then if you're gonna take damage when you land, and so it doesn't allow you to do that, then I'll probably keep it. Nice, obviously, the guy doesn't look alive.
Oh yeah!
Have none of that.
All government personnel, the White House is under attack. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Our job is to make sure nobody comes up from behind. Just keep your goddamn eyes open. Our job is to make sure. Grenade away! You are
I've got eyes on a Division agent heading north toward the White House. Looks like they've cut down a group of hyenas and are headed this way.
Agent, if you can hear us on this frequency, keep pushing forward and blindside these bastards.
I feel like that's the voice from Nomad and Ghost Recon Wildlands 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're getting close to the White House. Supposedly this map, this whole open world area is actually 1-to-1 scale of Washington DC. So that's pretty
moving position. Come on, you piece of crap! Someone's moving up on me!
So that's how you refill health. You didn't catch that. He literally drops an armor plate out of his chest and then puts a new one in. I mean, I've worn armor plates. It's not that easy to change out, but it is still pretty cool that that's what they made it look like.
You fucker!
There's the agent! Get that fire out!
entered.
Hey, thanks for the help out there. You should check in with Manny, our coordinator, upstairs in the blue room. And come by here if you ever need help with your tech.
This is you. Welcome to DC. I'm Manny. I run comms. I'm guessing the Division alert brought you here? Damn glad to see you. Let me show you exactly how screwed we are. Ever since the JTF imploded, the city's become a playground for murderous fuckheads. There are several main factions, and a whole lot of bottom feeders sucking up whatever the big dogs miss. A few civilian settlements are still holding out against all this villainy. They need more help than we've been able to provide, especially since the Division network went dark. That's Kelso. She's one of the last surviving agents in DC. She's operating out of the theater settlement on a priority mission. You should go check in with her. If anyone knows how to get these systems back online, it's her. Oh, and introduce yourself to the locals while you're at it. It'll comfort them to know there's a new sheriff in town.
By the way, Agent, head downstairs and check in with the quartermaster. He can get you set up with some Division tech. You're gonna need the edge.
Everything is priced to move.
Required in the clinic. With civilians with any medical or first aid training, report to the clinic immediately.
The theater settlement is off to the east. You'll probably run into some trouble along the way. You'll have to do this block by block, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hey, Agent, take a look over here.
I hope I get more of these.
Agent in need of backup.
Alright, so two quick things. You're going to need two guns, two primaries, so you better unlock this one first. This is like the default one, and it gives you that second slot, so because you're going to get something pretty early on, and you're going to want two guns for multiple reasons. If you get two skills, then you're obviously going to want this skill slot. I haven't looked closely at all these. They look pretty basic. Carry an extra grenade, carry an extra armor kit, and then there's some weapon attachments. Obviously, that's a huge change from the Division 1, where you had to pick up weapon attachments to use them. Now you unlock weapon attachments, and that's unlocked for everything. So I haven't obviously really experienced too much with that. Signature weapon stuff, that's all supposed to get released today, so can't really talk too much about that. So we're just going to straight up unlock the extra skill set so we can use both that healing drone and the sentry turret. So we need to equip it. Let's look at this stuff, see what it is. Okay. And then we'll equip those skills, so...
Agent
as far as my thought process goes, my left trigger is aim, my right trigger is shoot something. So, I like to have something that's going to shoot something as well be on my right side. So I pick the sentry turret, assigned a slot. Still gotta learn how to do this as well. Right bumper. So I'm gonna put that with my right bumper. Assign a slot. My sentry chart's gonna be something that shoots at people. My right trigger is something that shoots at people, so I keep that on the right side. It's just a mental thing. That's how my brain operates. It's up to you. But as far as the drone goes, it's something that heals me. Left trigger is zoom. It's all giving me some sort of information, etc. So I just add something that's not lethal to my left side. And that's, like I said, once again, my thought process on that.
I need to find that item.
And we picked up something. Is it M16? Right. Oh, an A2. Keeping it old school. Alright, so since we unlocked that second slot, we got the P416 and we got the M16, so basically 2 ARs.
Agent in need of
The
backup.
game gets super in-depth as far as how damage and RPM stands for rounds per minute, and then mag is obviously magazine size, which are going to be the same, but the game gets really in-depth as far as how the weapons function, the percentage of extra damage, stuff like that. So it gets pretty deep. This is what I picked up, the knee pads. So I can go from awkward knee pads, seems to protect the shins instead of the knees, to standard knee pads. Not a huge upgrade, but we're gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna continue playing, and we'll go from there.
Incoming backup request. Agent requesting backup.
Oh, so I don't know, like, I'm new to all this, but if you were hearing this whole like agent request backup
Come
and
over
all
here,
this
Agent.
other stuff,
Take a look at what I've got
you
for
can
you.
you can go into map. So you press the little button on the left, which opens up your map, and then you go to
Thanks for the business.
what is it?
Agent, you haven't seen a selection like this since before the Green Poison.
There's a way to disable that person requesting backup, and it used to be Y, and apparently they've changed it, so
Incoming backup request.
apparently I don't know what it is anymore. Oh, call for backup. There it is. So you press the right bumper over twice, and then X to disable on call, and that will disable.
Backup request denied.
Like, you're gonna get backup requests every 5 seconds. So disable that request unless you want to be on call and you want to join up with the party.
Low prices, big selection. That's what I've got.
Best gear in the city. I've got it right here. Thank you, Agent. Appreciate the business.
Everything is priced. Good to see you. Exactly what I wanted. Just what I needed. Your business is appreciated. Let me be your one-stop shop. Looking to deal? That was a good deal. Some high-end stuff there. I'm happy to have made a deal.
The neighborhoods you'll be moving through are hyena territory. They're a bunch of vicious assholes who prey on the weak and vulnerable and kill for kicks. And they destroy whatever they can't steal for themselves. And they've been an especially serious problem for the theater settlement. Given our situation, we need the help of the settlements. But they can't do much if they're struggling to survive. So see what you can do to take some pressure off them. But don't forget that we have to get the Shade Network back to full strength. In a lot of places, the Division has been the only thing holding people together. But where DC is the priority, most agents are completely cut off. They're not gonna last long without support.
Safe area left. Portable device detected.
We gotta rule this whole country!
Jesus.
Shit! Out of ammo! Yeah.
Okay, people, let's keep this ball rolling. Ramon, what have you got?
We've got the Iowa delegation on board if they get the amendment about biofuels.
How many are left in the Iowa delegation?
4. The rest are all sick.
Well, let's hope those four stay healthy. Who else can we count on?
Hey, just got this. The junior senator from Nebraska just sent her staff home for the duration.
Damn it, we were counting on her support once we got through the house.
You have to wonder if it's worth it.
What is? This?
Yeah. I mean, it's getting really bad out there. Shouldn't we be, doing something else to help?
You mean instead of trying to push through an energy bill with the world falling to pieces?
Well, yeah.
Look, sooner or later this is going to pass. And when it does, all the problems we're dealing with now, they'll still be there. So it makes sense for us to keep trying to deal with them because someone has to.
And because we're at the bottom of the pay scale.
That too.
Electronic device detected.
Now?
Hold up. They're still too spread out.
This is gonna be good.
Not if they notice us first. Keep your goddamn head down.
Look at those idiots. They have no idea what's coming.
That's the fucking idea. Get your fucking head down.
What are we waiting for? They're not even armed. This is gonna be a fucking piñata party.
If you're expecting candy, you're in for some disappointment.
The candy isn't the fun part. The fun part is seeing it fly everywhere when you whack the shit out of the piñata. I don't think I'm gonna be too disappointed.
love a dead agent.
Cover me! Reloading! And I'll get you again! I can't see a target! I'm reloading!
Echo, nearby.
I gotta get back to work. Thanks for the movie, Manny.
Time deal.
You coming over for dinner?
Not tonight. I gotta meet with some National Guard buddies. They're worried they'll get called to hell with the quarantine in New York.
Okay.
This is serious.
It's the flu. You remember swine flu? Everyone freaked out for nothing. You'll see. In a couple of months, no one will even remember what the dollar flu was, like Y2K.
Y2K?
You really know how to make a guy feel old.
I'm just messing with you. But I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's just gonna blow over. People are scared. And you know what happens when people get scared?
You worry too much, mijo. Give me your wallet. Don't make us hurt you. Oh, hell no. No! You should have just given it up, old man. Help! Someone help us! Call 911! We need help!
Please, stay with me, Theo.
You're coming up on the theater settlement. The woman who runs it is named Odessa Sawyer. Try to stay on her good side.
Welcome!
Safe area detected.
I'm sorry.
What's up, Agent? Good to see you.
Head up to the roof. Gotta clean up the infantry.
Come on over and take a look.
Security situation.
Need more guards.
If you're looking for Agent Kelso, she just left. I should have gone with her. But I'd only slow her down. I know you got your own problems to deal with. But them hyena motherfuckers took my little girl. To get to me. If you can help, I'll be on your debt. And I always pay my debts.
daughter, Eleanor, is being held by the hyenas for leverage over the theater settlement. We'll get her back alive and unharmed. Agent Kelso is already on site. He will attempt to throw the hyenas into disarray to help you get inside, so the two of you can link up to secure the hostage. The hyenas have been here a while, know the building, but they shouldn't be expecting an attack.
Agent.
Greetings, Agent.
Treat for all my listeners out there. Our very own leader.
Oh, hey, Agent.
I just want to thank the division agent who brought her back to me. Now, for my favorite part of the show, where I shut up and we get to listen to some music.
Exiting safe area.
Watch over there! We gotta pull out now! That was the last one.
Check those bodies.
Safe area entered. assistance needed.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance on the east side of the building.
What the fuck was that? It came from inside the building? Oh, no shit. What caused it? Hang on. Shoot the one. Send some of the cops to follow me. I'll deal with them. Please, fucking please. They got me pinned down.
Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack. It might be a diversion, so be ready.
Did you say much of the division? Fuck! Dibs on their stuff. How can I hit him from here? Don't hold back. That's done. Your world, we're in the God. We're with the take down the decision. I live for this. Come here. I'll fix you up. No shot. Fuck! We got someone down. You're just another kill. Next shot. Gotta get a new man.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
Saint's here.
The who now?
Hyena big shot. Real unpleasant. We need to kill this asshole.
I could really use a drink.
You went all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the elevators and work your way up.
Do this to me now! You're fucking dead, Agent. Mag's empty.
just found an ammo stockpile. I'm gonna detonate it.
Right there, Kelso?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos. That blasted a lot of damage.